on? I'm currently here to review a new movie that you might have heard of called Joyride. And let me tell you, this movie is not coming out for quite some time. Well, it did play at South by Southwest, and I believe it also played at CinemaCon. It was one of the 3 movies to screen there. I think the other 2 were The Boogeyman and The Flash, which are screening for people this Monday. I'm not going to be able to make it to The Flash, so I won't be seeing it 3 weeks early. If I did, I would review it. In all honesty, I don't really give a crap about The Flash. I mean, it looks fine, but it just doesn't look that great. It's not that I'm a DC hater. I would be willing to give DC a chance. It's just like, it kind of looks like No Way Home, and I don't know, No Way Home's okay, but it's very overrated. It looks like cameo-filled galore, and that's not what I'm in the mood for. But I prioritized going to Joyride this past week, because not only is it a screening a month and a half in advance, I had heard nothing but humongous fucking praise from South by Southwest and CinemaCon. It has 100%. I still think it holds in on Rotten Tomatoes, 82 on Metacritic. A few of the critics that I have trusted out there have said it's one of the funniest comedies they have ever seen. Some people I follow on Letterboxd, including some friends, and people that are friends of friends who went to South by Southwest say it's goddamn amazing, and I'm just like, well, shit, I gotta see it. And the trailers looked alright to me. It didn't really, like, fully make me laugh. Some of the jokes to me were a bit cringy. And while it's cringe comedy, because some of the crazy shit that happens, holy fucking shit, this movie is so funny. This is the most I think I've laughed at a comedy in, like, a raunchy comedy of this type, I'd say since Booksmart or Good Boys. I think I laughed more at this than both of those movies even. Maybe not loving it as much as Booksmart, because I have, like, a heartful connection to Booksmart, but god damn it, is it as funny. If not, it is funnier, I'd say. These 4 women are so goddamn funny, and I wish I had all their names on top of my head. I know 3 of them for sure. I know the character names, but I'm not going to call them that. But I know Ashley Park, Stephanie Hsu, who of course kind of blew up last year after Everything Ever All at Once came out, and Sherry Cola, who plays the character of Lolo. And the one character I don't know, the actress I don't know, is the person who plays Deadeye, who is kind of like the awkward tension character of the entire group, like the one that no one really wants around at first. But of course, they're all going to become friends. It's a happy, fun, crazy adventure where you shove drugs up your ass and consume drugs and have sex, and it gets crazy. This movie gets fucking insane to points where I don't even want to spoil. I'm just saying the drug thing and sex thing because those little flashes are in the trailer. You can see them clearly in the trailer. But man, is this movie so funny. Basic premise, it's about Ashley Park's character going back to Beijing so she can finish this business trip, and she brings one of her friends as a translator. She also has her roommate there who's now a famous actress, and then Lola brings her cousin Deadeye. So having all of them together adds this like crazy banter, because some of them don't like each other. It's always awkward. They don't really want Deadeye there. Ashley Park's best friend Lolo fucking hates interacting with her roommate's friend, who is now an actress, Stephanie Hsu's character, and they just kind of all despise each other, and there's a lot of arguing and bickering, and they get put into some shitty situations, as any raunchy comedy would be. The Hangover, Bridesmaids, Good Boys, Booksmart, Superbad. You're going to be put into shitty situations that you don't want to be in. Gross, uncomfortable, getting arrested, doing drugs. It's always going to be this crazy shit where you're like, oh, and that is the shock value, but the girls here play it so naturally. A movie that this has been compared to is Girls Trip. I thought Girls Trip was alright. I think people very much overhyped it. It's a solid comedy. It runs on about 20 minutes too long, and I don't think it was like as heartwarming as emotional as it could have been. That friendship dynamic was there, but beyond the friends being friends and there being a few funny gags, I didn't think Girls Trip really hit. I laughed like 10 times as much here. There is an underlying theme here, and the heart is really strong. It actually had me tearing up at one point, and I was very impressed by that. I didn't expect it as much. I will say this movie's a bit quickly paced. Like, it fucking flies by, almost to an extent that it becomes a little, like, I wouldn't say unnerving, but like there's times where when it gets super funny and crazy and raunchy, like at its peak, and then it just decides to become heartfelt and slow down just a little bit. It always feels a little drastic. That's like my only complaint I have with the movie, though, because it is a 90-minute quick and done, absolutely hilarious and heartwarming comedy. And we just don't get this level of raunchy comedies anymore at this quality. Like, this was truly something special, and there's a reason why it has this great of reviews. I can't wait to go see it when it comes out. I believe it's coming out the same week actually as Insidious 5, so I might double feature that with some friends. So, but I'm excited to go see this. Like, it's gonna be a goddamn blast to go check this one out. Especially with friends. I did take one friend. I was there with some others who go to these early screenings, and it was cool to hang out and watch it. But like, I can't wait to go with my high school friends, like that group. We are gonna have a fucking blast with this movie, and I can see myself going to see it probably 2, maybe 3 more times. Like, as long, maybe I'll bring my dad to it. My dad will find this funny as hell too, and I think anyone would. It's a really goddamn funny movie. Definitely not for youngsters. I'd say like, see, like, I was watching like Superbad and Seth Rogen movies when I was like 12, so that would be arguing pushing it. But I'd say like when you're 15, ideally is like the age for this kind of movie for a person. And if you let them watch raunchy comedies, you don't care. It is boundary pushing though, and there are like 2 or 3 images where I went, whoa, I did not think we were going here. Okay, wow, like the image is still in my head. It's pretty fucking nuts. But yeah, really love the movie, really love the cast and their chemistry. I could watch these 4 women do another 5 movies together, whether they're the same characters or not. They just know how to interact with each other so fucking well. If you had to ask my favorite, the most funny character, and probably the one that got the most laughs and just from their performance, would be Stephanie Chu. But if you had to ask me who my favorite character was, might also be Stephanie Chu's character, or lead character Ashley Park. She does have the most heartwarming arc, and it is very interesting. Sherry Cola Lolo, her character kind of reminds me of a character like Awkwafina would play. In some situations, she's a bit more like, I would say like dead tone. She has way darker sense of comedy. Like, her jokes are pretty dark as compared to Awkwafina's, but they do have that like yeah, bitch attitude, and they both literally say, I think, yeah, bitch, in their movies a lot. They just have that personality, and it kind of gave me a similar vibe to a character Awkwafina would play. But no, they're all fucking great here. I would love to see these 4 in a movie again, like 100%. And I can't wait to see this movie again. And for Adele Lim, this is her directorial debut for feature film, I believe. She fucking knocked it out of the park. The writers did a good job. Since like raunchy comedies of the style, like this is up there with Booksmart, Blockers, Good Boys, Game Night. In terms of the recent raunchy comedies, I'd say that's where it's up there. It's the most I've laughed at a raunchy comedy for sure. In terms of all comedies, it's still up there. Like it's still really high. It might be even number 1. I laughed a shitload during this movie, and I really hope everyone goes to check it out. I believe it's coming out July 7th. If I got the date wrong, just pretend I didn't say anything. I'll kill myself. You don't hear from me anymore. I guess I got the date wrong. No, I'm pretty sure that's the date, July 7th. So please go see this in theaters. Prioritize this. I'm sure Insidious is going to be the most adequate and basic horror movie ever. Go check this out. This is going to be something truly special, and we need these comedies to make money, because these are the kind of comedies we want for raunchy comedies. This is where I want them to be, and it's so damn funny. Please go support them for this movie. I can't imagine the budget was huge, but still, like, just please go support this movie. I would love to see it make $100 million, or like at least $100 million at the box office. That would be fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Great fucking movie. Better than Fast X, which you can go see this week if you want. I'm about to go see it again as I'm pulling up to my house. I'm literally going to eat and then go out with my dad and watch Fast X at like 11 p.m. at night. That's going to be interesting, especially when I'm tired as hell. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, see Joyride. And take a joyride with friends to go see Joyride. And probably see it at like an Alamo Draft House and get some drinks or something and have some good food. That's how I saw it. Because we went to see the early screening at Alamo Draft House, and that made it even better. So yeah, Alamo Draft House. Joyride, 9 out of 10. Great film. Go check it out. And my next video should be, I don't know, I might do a video on Texas Frightmare, which I'm going to. And then next week I'm seeing Wrath of Becky. And hopefully I'm going to see Little Mermaid as well. So Wrath of Becky and Little Mermaid reviews, and The Machine coming next week, as well as Texas Frightmare video, probably. Yeah, that's it. Bye.